Okay, I admit it. I looked it up. I didn't spoil myself on anything else, but this one was really bullshit. Okay. Let's go. So, are you guys ready for this one? This one's pretty great. I enjoy this a lot. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Excuse me, but this scarf is actually blue. I thought we went over this already. Seriously? Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore. I said that earlier! Why wasn't that important earlier? Ah, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh? Yes, that's it. That scarf the policewoman was wearing. Got her now. Just don't mess up. This is bullshit. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. I guess... Oh. Okay, now I kind of see what they're going for here. So, earlier we said that he could have worn any scarf and it would have identified him. But everyone was wearing scarves as she put it. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but... There's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... the witness photo, I guess? But she was the witness there. So why'd you think it was white? This? But we already stated that we're trying to prove that she's the one on the bridge, correct? The reason why she thought the scarf was white was the witness photo. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the witness photo. Correct? Unless it was this. Because she wore it? But no, that's nonsense. I don't know. I don't know! God fucking damn it. The reason why the victim thought the scarf was white was... I want to say it's because of this photo. But she is the one there. She should know that the scarf was white. Alright, let's go with that. Here's the definitive piece of evidence that proves it. That's your definitive piece of evidence. Yes! If my thinking is correct. Well then, we have one mystery solved. The answer is simple. Miss Faye's thinking is wrong. That's all there is to it. Huh? Please, kitten. You've got to do something. You're killing me over here. Killing me too. Miss Faye, I've got a definitive penalty to reward you for your definitive piece of evidence. Okay. In that case, the victim note. Witness. Have you ever seen this note? No, no, never. I'm pretty sure she should have seen that by now. Oh, right. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Fowle's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Witness, you knew what this note said. There's no other possible explanation for you to mistake the scarf's color. Well, Miss Foster? No! Choking on food. That was bad. Ow! God damn it. Don't ever let's play and eat at the same time. Mr. Edgeworth, I demand an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, the witness knew exactly what the note said. God damn it. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Fowles is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person who knew the contents of this note was... Okay, this one I know. This one's Dahlia. And that person is... Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne. I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is a name right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead. Goddamn, still coughing. I apologize. Blech. Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed. By Terry Fowles. I know. You said she was killed. But was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell into the Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However... No, don't do it again, Ross. Don't cough again. Her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne is 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying... But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl's in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Ah, nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. Unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yeah, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. Honestly, never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conducted full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he just say? Ah, looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No, but why? If he hadn't revealed his secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's youngest sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental witness my ass. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of the victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at another murder scene. Really, Miss Fay, your strategy is clearly obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you! Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Fay, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing a beloved sister? Well, you see... I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Armando. That wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. Thinking you're in a tight spot, huh? Of course. Aren't I? Well, you've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me. The rashness of youth. How charming. It's coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fay. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister Valerie Hawthorne? Be diamonds, I think. Yeah, I think it has to be diamonds. Yeah, I'd say that's it. Unless it was for Terry, which I highly doubt. It could be either or, but I'm going with the diamonds. What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke? If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Fay. Oh, that was, the rashness of youth! The rashness of youth! And what is your point in furthering such a stereotype? That witness stayed hidden for 5 years, kitten. There must be a good reason for that. And somehow it must involve Valerie Hawthorne. Okay, one more time, Mia. You gotta read the court record more carefully this time. You gotta save state more carefully this time, Mia. Good job. Maya. Yeah, Mia. It might just be Valerie. Maybe, oh, did she actually love Terry? Maybe that was the case. Maybe she wasn't a bad person until Valerie ruined everything. Maybe. What is this? No. Okay. Well, that wasn't the case. I don't know then, actually. What was her reasoning? I'm not looking up anymore. I had my one freebie. I'll get this eventually. What was the reason? I tried the diamonds. But why? Why? I don't know, actually. Why would she want to kill her sister? Is it this? Talking about the whole truth that must come out? I mean, that's not a terrible guess. Or maybe it's to keep her, like, secrecy. I thought it was for the diamonds, but I don't know. Or the diamond, not diamonds. Maybe it's just to keep her secrecy. I don't know. Actually. Again, I feel like you guys are yelling it at me. Can you guys, like, can I just live stream these? And you guys can just give me all the answers. Would you guys be down for that? You know, by the time this gets uploaded, the whole project's going to be done anyway. I really am stupid with these games, aren't I? Kind of amazing. I guess to pin the blame on him. Yeah, you gotta think of it that way. Why would he want to pin the blame on him? Just to keep her animosity? Is that it? Is that really the only reason? Let's try that. The rashness of youth. I have no clue. It has to be one of these things, so I'll just keep trying until something works. The story starts after Terry Fowles escaped. Well, here you go. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth. There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Fowles. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Well, that's obvious. Come on. Yeah, I know that secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little Maple Leaf? Yes, I'll try, Aji. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. No, she didn't even. The judge put on the charm. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Kidnapped by Mr. Fowles. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie bought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Fowles in the arm. That's when Mr. Fowles tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid that I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. I guess Ross doesn't care about doing voice acting anymore. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Okay. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With the sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister. Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again.
If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We still got that info.
That ace up our sleeve.
What info? Come on, kitten, don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Fowles told us that in the lobby.
I think she says anything Dahlia says.
What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was panned by...
Yeah, me, Dahlia, and Valerie too.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
Alright, let's give this a go. But first,
Save the damn game, because I do not have the health left to throw shit around. I am at the fuck stage of life. You know what would be like really funny? If I went into like the next trial with low health because of how I ended this trial. But no, that wouldn't even make any sense. It'd be like Phoenix taking shots because of what Mia said. How many years ago was this? A lot. I believe this was 6 years ago-ish. Somewhere around that ballpark. I was kidnapped by Mr. Fowles. Okay. Let's press this one. Did you and Mr. Fowles have any relationship? Yeah, as a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Fowles? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Fowles came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. But she said she was out of the state until... Okay, well, I guess that was a lie. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Fowles. Did I hear him right? Did you just call Mr. Fowles a clever fellow? Okay. I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange to up there on the mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's only one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Fowles is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Fowles. Like, why did she do that, unless it was staged? That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you're being held hostage. Yeah, but actually, that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Fowles was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was used to save me. That's when Mr. Fowles tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, Mr. Fowles shot in the arm. He let go of me. I was scared and dazed. I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Fowles turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin? Ooh. And in the next instant... I advertised the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I'd been carried away by the river to a strange place.
I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run, and just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. And that's why you hid your identity? Yeah. I only told my sister.
Valerie Hawthorne, eh?
Yeah, she's the only one who knew about me.
Meanwhile, legally, this witness had been deceased for 5 years.
I didn't ever want to consider something like that to happen to me again.
So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yeah, my sister helped me get to the official paperwork taken care of.
That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all this paperwork might have been impossible.
She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could.
That's the moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about the staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a gazebo she really is. I've just got to prove that the kidnapping was a hoax. Okay. How to prove that it was a hoax. You think someone would have gone diving for that diamond? No, no one cared, I guess. Be a pretty penny for the government. Well, he said that was on her back, but we can't prove that it was in her backpack just yet. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Okay. But the diamond was never recovered. So if he got the diamond, then he gave it to her, then she should still have the diamond. So where the fuck is it? I guess that's not really important right now. I mean, she could have returned it to her family, but still, that's not super. Well, at the same time, that is important. Because was it returned to the family? That's the question. Why would she even smuggle from her own family? I bet she would have been easily able to be given like a $2 million diamond. Simple shit. Yeah, but where the fuck did the diamond go? I wonder if that's important. I mean, I know it's important because she has the diamond, like, clearly. She took the fucking diamond and ran. But I think that's the only thing we can throw out right now, is that the diamond clearly wasn't, like, you know, it's clearly, like, the diamond's the only piece of evidence we have. Everything else is about the new trial. I mean, I guess I could use new trial information, but still, it's a little silly. Although, this is another thing. How would Falls know? Yeah. Like, this is a note to Falls, and it says, talk to Dolly, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. How on earth would Falls know that Dolly was still alive? Unless this was all faked. Because this is a note Falls wrote to him. So, this is Falls writing this. This is it. Wear the white scarf for identification, talk to Dolly, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. He knew that she was still alive. I think that's it. Because even though she's saying this, Falls knew. Falls knew this information. Knew that Dolly was still alive. I mean, I'm not sure where to present this, but somewhere. Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement? Give me a moment while I load the statement. Ha ha. Rent suppressors a raw diamond, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she lost her Fowls in the arm. So Mr. Falls tried to kill me, but shoved me off the bridge from behind. Mr. Five, I was afraid I might be kidnapped again by my family's money. I guess we can't bring that up yet. I don't know. I mean, we could also talk about the diamond. I want to try this here, just one more time. No, okay.
So that's a dead end, unfortunately. Then my other thing I wanted to try was the diamond. Okay, the diamond itself. So, like I was saying, she has the diamond, and that was the whole goal here, was to get that diamond away from him. So, why would she shoot? That's what we're still trying to figure out. Let's try pressing some more shit. Let's go through all the pressing again. That's a little bit weird, because where the diamond was lost. I don't know. This one's also tricky. Goddamn, too stupid for these. How do I prove the kidnapping was a hoax? Damn, wait. Why would you shove her off if she had the diamond? But again, was that explicitly explained? Alright, let's give it a try. No, okay. But we do have a penalty. Objection. Your Honor, Ross is stupid. This is not going to be fun to edit, is it? Okay. Okay. Ooh! This is a bad one, guys. This is a really bad one. Are y'all ready for this? Alright, this is fucking awful. Okay. Are you ready for this one? If she was pushed off the bridge, she would have hit the bedrock. That's not how maps work. Like, the angle of that would be like... Yeah, no. That giant wall of bedrock does not literally extend to that point of the bridge. That's not how it works. Actually... I've been looking at this map all wrong. This map is all fucking weird. Yeah, if she was pushed off there, she would have hit the bedrock and died. Still weird. I've read into this dialogue exchange a little bit, so I know that's what she's going to bring up. But still, this is dumb. You say that Mr. Fowles pushed you into Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Fowles. Oh, really? I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I should have said, that's hard to believe. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? Ask that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you claimed. That's bullshit. Like, the angle of that's all weird. I didn't actually think that was bedrock now. I thought that was just the wall. Instead of being carried away by the river. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Almost certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible! Your Honor, the event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. Oh, really? But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level would have made a difference. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness had testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fowles panicked. And Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Miss Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now, when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be sick! Unbelievable.
Order in the court.
It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's... Oh, don't say that! What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say, that's impossible.
Ridiculous.
What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Does it? How does it break the court record? Well, he was shot in the arm, but no, it's something else. How does it contradict the court record? Dude, this face looks fucking pissed. I wish I could have some backbone to this, but I really don't. He was shot in the arm, so you'd have a lot of difficulty shoving her over the side. Specifically, Edgeworth's flawed logic fails the court record. Is there a point where it was said that she's shoved? I don't know. No. Is it because of what Valerie said? Being a key witness in the case. It was already tried for that, right? So technically, it's already been proven that she was pushed from behind. But why would Valerie lie unless it was faked? I think that's it. I think that's it. This evidence shows the fatal error you've made. It's a fatal error, alright. Unfortunately, the error is yours, not mine. God fucking damn it. Uh-oh, here it comes.
Miss Faye, at the point in the trial, I can't just let this pass.
Ouchie. Come on, Mia, take your time to think it over again. Ross? He could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. I don't know. If he pushed her over the side, what would have happened? Nope. I got nothing. Up-a-da-ba-da-da. Wait a minute. Is there some... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Because that fucking bridge, good luck pushing somebody off. Seriously, Ross, Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge, you fucking moron, Ross. They extend about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. With a fucking shot arm, really? So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him, at point-blank range. No. So, Mr. Files throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this?
Why was there a tiger sound effect? What was up with that? Indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yeah, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into the raging river like that would have been suicide. Wrong, perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current, but even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she wanted to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. This item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No! It can't be! Yes! Dahlia had it planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Fowles to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why is that? That's simply ridiculous! Order! 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 Your Honor, 5 years ago the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old girl is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth. She wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatch your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Oh, who is that? Laughing at a time like this. Forgive me. It's just hilarious. Witness, is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss my affair. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. And one more thing.
What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fay,
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fay, are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it.
Without evidence, the trial's over.
Who decided that?
Mr. Armando! Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony.
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fowler's stolen car, and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yeah, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person that can testify to that demon woman's crimes?
Well, I think that's pretty obvious. Terry!
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Fowles.
Defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light in the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia. Disguised as her? There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Fowles.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this?
Alright. Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Fowles. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Fowles, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true.
Mr. Fowles, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago she promised never ever betray each other.
Harry.
Dahlia, it's true. You are alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia.
I will allow Mr. Fowles to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Fowles,
Yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water. Can't talk, need water.
Huh. Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least to match the way he's probably feeling right about now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself.